Papa said too. From the Joker. But dude is going down next 40, 24 to 42 hours, maybe even sooner than that. He's going down. They got all the evidence they need. They got all the evidence they need. I know the feds don't be listening. The Palmer feds, those are the upright ones up there that know what's good and what's bad and they follow their intuition for the most part. The set will be using these individuals, they're working with these individuals to clean up the bad apples in America. Depending on how obedient they are and how impartial they are, no matter who's involved in terms of wickedness, America may have a parachute landing when it comes to the collapse. It all depends on the primal feds that was placed there for the end times. This depends if they're going to be the redeemer of the indigenous ones. We're not going to say it's all up to them. It was up to us to raise the frequency for it to be like this, but it just depends if we want a parachute landing or if it's going to be destroyed, uprooted, and then we have to reform it ourselves. But the primal feds are scattered like Dragon Balls in places of power. It's up to them to be obedient enough to keep out the plan. And they will have a supernatural anointedness, confirmation to take care of the issues. But it's up to their obedience and their faith in order for that to happen. This depends if they're going to get scared and chicken out. Who knows? Only that's their test they got. But I'll just give you the transmissions. But I gotta speak to my wicked mom, Precious. This is just a channel name. Give me a sec. Yes, Precious. You have 24 hours to turn yourself in, I'm hearing. Because there's a lot of criminal activity you've been doing. You were the first one to steal my mail and steal shit from me. You were doing all that death magic over the years. I heard about your flesh eating bacteria. I got that. Since you didn't want to give me justice in terms of giving me the things that was owed to me over the years and sending death magic to me, you have a flesh eating bacteria that is forming. And if you don't turn yourself in and turn in those documents that you've been hid, you were burning documents, you were hiding my true identity, and you raised me. That ain't right. You never once wanted to tell me who I truly was. You tried to say I was slow. I remember back in the day, my mom was taking me to these fucking hearings to classify me as slow when I was a kid. And I would always get it right. She would look at me and tell me, no, get it wrong. But I'm not going to be acting like I'm slow if I'm not slow. I didn't peep what she was doing until like, wait, she was trying to say I was slow. She was trying to get money off me and shit. Mom is weird, bro. Not my real mom, though, but she was involved with a lot of this shit. Like, you got 24 hours. You got 24 hours to turn yourself in, to turn in those documents that you kept hiding. You got 24 hours to give me information about who I am. Or that flesh eating bacteria is gonna get you and you going to fucking prison. I'm letting you know you might as well turn those documents in and turn yourself in. Cause it's only gonna get worse from here. That's what they wanted me to tell you. You got a flesh eating bacteria that is coming online strong. That was a prophetic dream I had. I needed to get that off my chest. I had a dream where my mom's arm was my mom's arm was messed up. It was a flesh eating bacteria. I kind of felt bad for her in the dream. I'm not even going front, but then I woke up and I'm like, oh, that was mom. That's her karma. I really can't feel too bad for her. Oh yeah, Marshall Payton. If you don't turn yourself in within by like 4 p.m., Marshall Payton, Maisha Linwood, y'all finna get your doors kicked in. And I'm letting you know, y'all finna get your door kicked in real soon. Come on, dude. We ain't gotta talk about what you've been doing over the years. Trying to be Scarface. And I'm letting you know, Primal Feds, you gotta be careful with Marshall. Cause I don't want no upright Primal Feds in the SWATs and these task forces to get shot. You gotta be careful with Marshall. Marshall is a cokehead and he got hella guns. You gotta hit him with the walkie-talkie. You gotta hit him with the intercom. Let him know you coming. But then you're gonna prepare him to pull his guns out. Best thing you could do with him is hit the smoke grenades. Hit the tear gas. You gotta hit that tear gas on that nigga. I know there's kids in there, but if you don't hit that tear gas, I don't know if it's gonna be an easy bid. And these obsessive stalkers, they've been tracked since the beginning. There's people that is driving around stalking you heavy. There was somebody that was in a turning lane for like 50 seconds to a minute waiting on me to go down the street. Same car that be following me at night. Same car that follows me in the morning. They're tracked and they're gonna get 30 years because they're a part of this RICO. Everybody a part of this RICO, even the people that is stalking you. There's messages that was going back and forth with the ringleader. Dude, they're not getting easy. Nobody's getting it easy that's attached to this. No cop. Nobody's getting it easy. These people are getting 15 to 30 years. But if you turn yourself in, it may be less because you're showing accountability. But these people are not showing accountability and they're being ruthless in their pursuits of stalking you and not giving you no peace. They're projecting that. You may have peace, but they don't want you to have peace. That's why they're doing it. They want you to be scared. They're going to get 30 years for that. They're going to get 30 years for that. Anybody that has been holding information from you, burning evidence, stealing your mail, they're getting 30 years because they're attached to it too. They've been doing it for so long that it's a criminal. They've been doing criminal shit, literally withholding things from you. That is a criminal. That's a crime. They think they're going to get a slap on the wrist. They think it's up to you to press charges. Not when you've been doing other criminal things along with the criminal things that you did to these individuals, such as myself. You're not going to get off the hook. You're a criminal. They're going to love to take your ass to prison. They don't let nobody off the hook that does criminal shit. You ain't got to always press charges on people to get them in jail. When you do criminal shit, you do criminal shit. You're going. Y'all took out people. Like, yeah, nobody is safe in this energy. Papa said it's 24 to 48 hours. It's going down. You're going to see these people on the news. If they're not turning themselves in, if they're not actively telling on themselves, like, yo, this is what I did. This is his money. This is his documents. This is her documents. Oh, they're going to get double the time. Even your gang stalkers are going to get double the time. Even the people that are driving around stalking you, they have messages. All their messages have been tracked. Their phones are tapped. So they know exactly who these people are that's stalking you. Nobody is safe in this energy. You see, either you turn yourself in, give the money up, turn those documents in, or we are just going to reprint the documents that we sent out. It's not like that's the only document, motherfucker. Now, we just know there's criminal things going on to where we're just going to have to give it to that person's hand or whatever. They're not going to keep relying on systems that keep getting rerouted. They didn't know how deep it was, but now they know how deep it is. I'm just talking to the upright, chosen ones that's going through situations like this. They're not going to keep going through the same routes because the same issues going to arise. They're going to find out ways to get directly to you because they know who you are. They know where you're at. But they kind of have to be hidden because until it's time to break it down because, they got to be smart in this operation. You just got to keep it a stack. They got to be real smart in this operation. But, yeah, they're all going down. Next 24 to 42 hours is going to be very crucial. 24 to 42. I know it's 48, but it ain't going to be the whole 48. It ain't going to be the whole 48. It's a wrap. These people have been doing this shit for a minute. Everybody that has been doing death magic, they're going to have an illness that they can't get rid of. There's literally cults, wicked cults. When I hear cult, I think of people that do negative shit. They done stole the name cult and made it demonic, you know? So all these wicked cults, they have HIV, AIDS, and they're dying off getting skinny. Everybody, not one person's getting off the hook because that magic had to go somewhere. It didn't go to you, it went to them. The chaotic beings were sent death magic, not for you to die, but for you to have a rebirth. Once you have the proper rebirths to get you to where you're at, they reverse all the death spells. Because I'm not gonna lie, where we come from the infernal realm, just like what Papa said, he uses poison for elevation. This for the simple fact that that's my Papa. I kind of have to go through the same shit he went through to build me up. It's just in our blood. So they were sending me death magic. I wasn't gonna say it was working, but they was giving it to me to have a rebirth. They was giving it to me to transmute. And I did that. So now I'm at that level to where I don't need the death magic. I can do it on my own. I don't need no extra pressure to get me to a certain gate. You know, I'm not sleeping at the wheel or nothing like that. So all that death magic is now going in reverse. Even the ones you transmuted, all the stuff, you basically ate the meat, spit out the bones. And those bones are still deadly going back to the enemy that was sending it. So all over the years they've been doing it. It's hitting them like an arrow. I'm talking about a lot of people are going to be dropping like flies in these secret societies, these wicked ones. Because not all secret societies are bad. Not all of them are bad, but these are the ones that have been targeting you ever since you was a kid. They're going. Even if that's the Illuminati is going down. Nobody is safe because this is the time of Judgment Day. This ain't the time that you keep doing wicked shit. You think you're going to get away with it. No, people are getting judged in this hour. People are getting judged in this hour. So it is what it is. I just had to drop that. And then another thing for these people that think they're going to come in and eat with you when they wasn't shooting in the gym and they wasn't helping you at your lowest. You don't owe nobody anything. I don't even care if they're famous. You got famous people that feel entitled to your energy when you go up a level. I'm like, bitch, you didn't help me. Bitch, you didn't help me when I was at my bottom. You never sent me no Cash App. You never sent me shit, bitch, nigga. Fuck, I look like parlaying with you, bro. You wasn't in them trenches with me. You didn't help me out. You don't owe nobody shit, is what the great mother's saying. Because you got some celebrities waiting for you to come up, waiting for you to get in the public eye so they can try to be your friend. But it's like, bro, you were watching me in them trenches and you had resources to help me. But you never helped me. So I don't feel bad for pushing you out my life. Like you weren't there with me when I needed the help. You knew what the fuck niggas was going through. It ain't hard to send a nigga a couple $100 for a Cash App, but hey bro, keep it going. They never did that, so you don't owe these people anything. You don't owe these people anything, bro. So let them think how they think. Let them stay over there, and you're gonna stay over here. But the next 24 to 48 hours, 42 hours is going to be crucial for your enemies. You're going to see them on TV. It's going down. It's going down. Mark my words, it's going down. But that's about it. That's your boy, Seven Tooth. If you want to send a Cash App to your boy, show support. Easy Fiscal One. All lowercase with the one at the end. That's EJJIFISKER1. All lowercase with the one at the end. But I'm out. Peace.